Hello, fellow teacher. Did you know that in your classroom, you have students with different learning styles and preferences? To ensure learning happens at the same pace for all, you are encouraged to apply Universal Design for Learning, UDL. UDL is a teaching approach designed to optimize learning by using flexible methods, materials, and assessments to accommodate different learning needs for all students in the classroom. UDL is mediated in 3 principles, namely multiple means of representation, multiple means of engagement, and multiple means of action and expression. Multiple means of representation. To apply this principle, you are expected to create an inclusive and engaging learning environment by using diverse instructional methods, including visual, auditory, text-based materials, assessive technologies, hands-on activities, peer discussions, flexible access, and quick assessments. Multiple means of engagement. To apply this principle, you are expected to recognize and accommodate individual differences to enhance students' engagement and motivation. Multiple means of action and expression. To apply this principle, you are expected to offer diverse assessment methods, encouraging verbal and written expression, incorporating hands-on activities, and using technology to allow students to demonstrate understanding in various ways. Teacher, you are requested to incorporate or apply these 3 principles into lesson planning and curriculum delivery in your classroom. Learner's readiness.
Learner's readiness, this is an entry point for the learners or students to be prepared for learning. And in the learner's readiness, we can apply one of the 3 principles of UDL. That is multiple means of engagement. In learner's engagement, we are going to apply different ways of engaging learners. For example, a teacher can use a song, a teacher can play a video, a teacher can tell a story, and so on.
Do like this if you're doing much better. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Introduction.
After learner's readiness, in UDL, we have introduction. In introduction, a teacher can apply multiple means of engagement by creating safe and supportive learning environment, which is going to motivate these learners or students to learn.
Class, you're going to follow this video, then later the teacher is going to ask you the questions. And you are able to answer, okay? Yes. That's okay.
Remember that a ruler has 2 different measurements on it. One side is for measuring in inches, which is represented by the abbreviation IN on the ruler. The other side is for measuring in centimeters, which is represented by the abbreviation CM on the ruler. Let's practice using inches first by helping out our friend Nora. Nora plans to make some clothes for her doll. For that, she needs to cut some fabric into certain lengths. Let's help Nora out by completing this checklist. First, we need an 8-inch piece of pink fabric for the skirt. The inch side of the ruler, let's measure 8 inches by placing the 0 marker at the left edge. Find the 8-inch marker and cut the piece. That's a check on Nora's checklist. Next, for the ribbons she'd like to sew on the skirt, we need 2 inches of fabric. Let's use the ruler again to measure 2 inches and cut the fabric. Another check on our checklist. Go!
I need someone to guess the topic of today. This is length measurement in what? Using what? You're almost there, you're almost there. Try it out. Yes, Riz. Using a ruler. Can we give him flowers? Yes. In introduction, learners enter the lesson with the support of the teacher through demonstration, storytelling, role plays, video plays, chat display, and many more. So the lesson title today is Measuring Objects. Measuring objects using a ruler. A meter ruler actually. Lesson development.
In the lesson development, this is where the real teaching and the real learning is taking place. In the real teaching and real learning, a teacher uses the 2 principles of UDL. These are multiple means of representation. Here, a teacher uses multiple means of representation. Maybe, for example, he can use a video to represent a content, can use a story, can use diagrams or images to represent a content. Because remember, behind all this, we are having an inclusive classroom.
We are going again to watch my images, then later you talk about them, okay? Yes. Good. I have my picture 1, then also I have picture 2. Okay, so what are these children doing? They are measuring with the meter ruler. Clap hands for her. The best one. Okay, these are 4 kids and they are having the meter ruler, which is like this one. This is what we call a meter ruler. Say meter ruler. Meter ruler. Yes, so these kids, they are measuring the blackboard with a meter ruler, okay? Like what we are going to do in our groups. So class, we are going to measure these materials that I have on my table. And you're going to first observe what I'm doing, okay? I have my string and I'm going to look for I'm going to measure it and I find out the length, isn't it? Then later I will have to write my recordings on my paper, okay? Yes. Good. So class, as I've told you, I have my strings and I want to find out their length. I can find them in centimeters, then I can find my materials in meters, isn't it? Yes. Like for example, this ruler measures up to 30 centimeters. Up to 30 centimeters. Yes. Even this ruler, these rulers, all these ones, they measure up to 30 centimeters. Then this one, this meter ruler measures up to 100 centimeters. Up to 100 centimeters. And 100 centimeters, they are equal to 1 meter. They are equal to 1 meter. They are equal to 1 meter. That's so good. Now let's continue. So we are going to find out the length of these strings. Then later we use other different materials to find their length. For example, you have to make sure that you start on 0. You start where? On 0. You check on your ruler. Where there is written on 0. Okay? Or at times you find there the word CM, meaning centimeters. So now we are going to measure. Make sure you start on 0. You start where?
On 0.
Yes. Now, my string, you have to hold it well. You start from 0. Okay. My string is 15 centimeters. It is how many?
15 centimeters.
Yes, so that means I have to write my answer here, like this. Okay? Isn't it? Yes. Then I get my string, I put it here on the edge of the meter ruler, then I check.
In lesson development, we have another principle, UDL principle, which is multiple means of engagement. And this is where a teacher uses different styles, because we are having learners with different learning styles. For example, a teacher puts the students in groups and provides them with activities where these learners inclusively, they are going to be using multiple means of engagement. For example, one group can use hands-on activities or experiment. Another group can have playing video. Another group can have presenting images or charts. But all these focus on the same content. Why? We are having different students with different learning styles. Therefore, we need to apply different ways of engaging them so that the learning takes place at the same pace and the students are motivated in the learning.
You write your answers there. Okay? You're done? During lesson development, you should promote collaboration, encourage creative expression through diverse communication methods, allow self-pacing, offer students a choice on how they respond, and use flexible tools and resources, both digital and printed, to accommodate different learning styles. It has got how many centimeters? The leaf. 15. Check very well. Measure it well. And those ones 15. They're how many? 12. Good. You write it there. Okay? Write it there. Write it for her. 12 centimeters. Write it for her. Good.
The importance of applying multiple means of representation and multiple means of engagement during lesson development is to help the teacher and the students themselves inclusively to learn perfectly at their learning pace.
Assessment and conclusion.
After lesson development, we are now going to look at assessment. In assessment, students have already done their activities, and now the teacher needs to know how they have done the activities. What is their ideas? What is their findings? Students are going to use multiple means of action and expression, whereby a student can decide to use either by telling a story, by having an experiment being conducted, by presenting the real image of what he has learned. The student can also use a video or a project to express his or her ideas from the learning process.
Do for me this activity. Measure the length of the following. 1, book. 2, you measure your hand. It's how long? 20 centimeters. You have to remember writing it, centimeters. These are 32. Did you count it well? Let us see. Let us see the size of your book. During the assessment, teachers are expected to differentiate assessment difficulty use different assessment formats such as quizzes, projects, presentations, then offer learners different options to demonstrate learning and incorporate real-world relevance and interactive assessments such as games or simulations to help maintain students' interest. In conclusion, we have been studying about measuring objects using a meter ruler, isn't it? Using a meter ruler or a ruler. We used this ruler and this meter ruler, isn't it? Isn't it? Yes, and we measure different objects like a book, then a shoe, then a hand. Yes, please. Sandra? We measured a blackboard. That's so good. Then, yes, the teacher measured the blackboard. Yes, please. A leaf, isn't it? So that's what we had for you. But I want you to go back home and do for me this homework, isn't it? Yes. So we continue with our homework. You measure your bed, then later you measure the door, then later you measure a table. Okay. Eyes on the teacher?
Eyes on you.
Yes, so today we've come to the conclusion of our lesson. Bye-bye.